Hey everyone, what's up? This is Lloyd here from thenewwavefitness.com, and I had an Instagram question today. Someone sent me a DM on Instagram and they asked me if I could make a video about this. And at first I was like, I don't really need to make a video about it because it's just something I can answer in a reply back, but I figured, hey, why not? This could help me see if I still got some PowerPoint skills. So I'm going to try to make a PowerPoint presentation. We'll see how it works out. So basically this is 5 tips on how I would help this person. And he asked me, he said he's going to be doing a night shift work schedule coming up after quarantine and everything ends, right? So his question was basically how to manage your muscle gains, or how to get new gains while you're working a really hard night schedule where maybe you're sleeping during the day and waking up in the afternoon or the evening or something. So how can we help this person out? So I have 5 tips here and some slides that I made, and we'll go over it and we'll see how this whole thing turns out. This is kind of an impromptu PowerPoint presentation, a little bit YOLO mixed in, but I think this will help. This is what I would do personally, so this is highly subjective opinion. This doesn't mean that you should follow it. Check with your own professionals, but for me, if I was in this position, this is what I would do personally, and I think it would help me if I was going to be working a night shift schedule. So the question: how do we manage muscle gains during a night shift work schedule? So our objective goal today is how can we keep our muscle gains, get adequate calories, and still have time to enjoy life. Objective 1, tip number 1, is we're going to be learning a new schedule. So you're going to be adjusting to sleeping during the day, waking up in early afternoon and evening. So in order to best assure success, you need to prepare yourself in advance for that. So if this was me, subjective, within 4 to 7 days I would be preparing myself for that type of schedule. It will be hard, so sleep early. Melatonin can help with that. It'll make you feel drowsy and you'll be able to sleep a little bit earlier. So sleep early, wake up early. Just prepare yourself for the type of schedule you're going to be getting into. Don't just have a totally different schedule and then start day 1 and you're not used to those hours. It's going to mess you up. So it's going to take probably 2 to 3 weeks, at least in my experience, to get to that stage before you feel strong during your night shift. In the beginning you're going to feel very weak and lethargic and you're going to feel droopy-eyed and everything, but as you keep going and stay consistent and get used to it, your body will adapt. Our bodies are highly adaptable like that. So expect decreased strength during the initial time of this. So your workouts are probably going to be pretty lame, pretty lackluster, but after about 2-3 weeks you'll get a bit better. So next objective, tip number 2, is prepare in advance, right? So you need to plan out exactly what you're going to wear the night before you go to your work schedule, your night shift. So get your clothes, get your underwear, get your shirt, get your jeans, whatever you have to wear for that night, and put it all in one space. This is your prepared area space. So when it's time to wake up or whatever you have to do, you've got everything prepared in advance. You don't have to say, oh, what am I going to eat and what am I going to wear? So you already have your clothes planned out. You have all your hygiene items planned out and everything. So what I usually would do is have my clothes ready on a chair in the bathroom already, or have them laying on a specific chair, like my underwear, my jeans, whatever is just there ready. So when you wake up, you grab it, take a shower or whatever you're doing, and boom, go. Next thing is you got to know what you're going to eat when you first wake up. So the night before, if you have to, plan in advance. Plan what you're going to eat for when you wake up and what you're going to take with you when you go to work. If you're not able to eat at work or whatever you want to do, if you bring your own food, it's going to be much cheaper, and everyone around you is probably going to realize that you're a chef because you're going to start making your own meals, and you're going to be like, wow, what did this person make? I want to try it. What's that? It smells so good. So that's also a plus. Okay, objective number 3, tip number 3, the workouts. So you need to know exactly what workout you're going to be doing each day. You need to know, okay, today I'm doing leg day, tomorrow is shoulders day, or chest day, or back day. You need to know what you're doing each day. So I personally, if you're new to weightlifting, maybe do 3 days lifting weights while adjusting to your work routine, and 1 day cardio, 1 day yoga. If you're used to lifting a lot of weights or you're an advanced lifter, then you can do 4 days, you can do 5 days, you can do 6 days, as long as you're spreading out the volume and the routine is a good routine. So pick a program. I'm not going to get into that here. What I would recommend is, if you don't know what workout program to do, then just follow something that is a lot of people following that works, that are from legit people. Like, you can check the fitness Wikipedia on Reddit, or the Gain It section on Reddit Wikipedia page as well there. And they have a lot of programs that, depending on where you're at in your lifting stage is then you can find a program that works for you. If you have access to your home gym or no weights, you can find body weight stuff. You're not going to get as huge as someone who has access to lifting heavy weights, but you'll be able to at least stay fit and stay healthy and get pretty ripped. I mean, there's a lot of people that are super in shape just from doing body stuff, calisthenic workouts. So that's just for me personally what I would do. Also, you got to plan out the harder workouts for your rest days from work if you can't manage both your physical activity from the job and doing a heavy squat day. So if your job is being someone that delivers packages or something and you're on your feet all day, then you have to get home and do a heavy squat day, you're probably going to skip that day. Most people are going to skip that day unless you have a pre-workout that helps you out, which is going to keep you up at night if you take something with caffeine. So in those choices, you either plan the hard days for your rest days from your job, or you have to wake up a bit earlier and do the workout before you go to work, and then when you get home, you just sleep. So those are things you have to think in advance and plan out. So you need to have a consistent routine. That's pretty much the most crucial step on this slide here. Is without consistency, you're not going to make the progress you want in lifting weights. I can attest to this personally. 2 years ago, even in 2018, before I got my power rack, I wasn't really as consistent with my home gym. I was doing maybe 2-3 days a week, and as a result, it didn't really look that great for me personally. And so when I got a power rack and I took things a bit more serious and I got more consistent routine and I just kept pushing, even if you fail reps and you fail sets, as long as you're still going forward, putting in like an hour every workout at least, or an hour 15, hour 30, then you will see results. It just takes time. So like this example, 4 days lifting weights for 3 months and then you disappear for 6 months because you're stressed and you can't handle working out in a job, it's not going to cut it. You're going to lose your gains. So that'll bring into another slide I'll talk about later, but you have to stay consistent with your workout routine. And the workouts have to become non-negotiable. Basically, these are appointments that you can't miss. If you're sick or you're injured, you can miss that, I guess. If you're sick or injured, you can't really work out. But outside of that, you got to try to do your workout. You'll feel better for it. And maybe not in the moment, but 30 minutes into the workout, you're going to be glad you did it. Because at the end of the workout, you're going to say, wow, I'm sweaty, I'm tired, I feel really worn out. But when you take your shower and have your protein shake, you're going to be like, wow, it was worth it. I feel better in your mind and in your body. So it takes me to objective number 4, nutrition. Tip number 4 is your nutrition. So this is really important. Something I still struggle with is making sure you're getting your calories from the best sources and you're getting enough of them to fuel whatever you're doing. Okay, so you have to become best friends with meal prep containers, in my personal opinion. I don't care how much you cook in advance. You can cook 2 days in advance, 1 day in advance, 5 days in advance, 2 weeks in advance. It doesn't really matter, but you have to have at least like 2 to 3 days in advance worth of meals. I think is a good beginning part. That's going to be a lot of meal prep containers. It's probably going to be like 8 of them. So you have to be, they have to be ready to eat within 2 to 3 minutes. Throw them in the microwave, and they're already got the right portions of protein, carbs, and medium fat. So, like I was saying earlier, if you're somebody who is delivering packages or you're on your feet a lot with a demanding job physically, then you need to up your carbs a bit, up your protein and medium fats. If you have a more chill job, carbs aren't really as important, but that's something to take into account. So cook 4 to 5 days worth of food on your off day. So every time it's your day off, that's when you're going to do a lot of your bulk cooking for all the days coming up. Store them all in the meal prep containers. Freeze whatever food that's going to go bad sooner. So if things are going to spoil, but you can freeze them and then reheat them, then do that. Otherwise, just throw them all in the refrigerator. This is very important. Track your calories in MyFitnessPal. Okay? I know some of my viewers are people from different countries that are skinnier and they think they're eating a lot, but you're really not. I've been there. I'm still there sometimes. But you have to track your calories in MyFitnessPal. I know it's annoying and not fun, and you're like, why am I tracking this? I don't need to know. I just ate 3 Burger King, man. I'm good. No, you got to track all of it. Just track it. You'll get used to it. It won't take that long, and you'll know exactly what you're eating each day. It won't be 100% accurate, but it'll be within like 80% accurate range if you're doing it right. So that'll help you a lot, because what you'll do is you'll know if you're eating enough each day, and you'll know based on the numbers on that app if you're losing weight or gaining weight. So just estimate it as best as you can. Scan everything that has a barcode in it. It's probably in that app already, and you'll be good. So it's very easy to undereat when you have a busy work schedule. So that's why it's crucial to have the meal prep containers. And you have to weigh yourself weekly and keep an average. So weigh yourself, put it into a spreadsheet, and put an average to it. You can Google how to get those, or just write it down and divide it and get your average. Eat that way. So if you're losing weight on a week-to-week basis and you're trying to gain weight and gain muscle and size, that means you're under eating. It's just simple. Your TDEE, your energy expenditure, has increased to the point where you need to eat more. Maybe because the new job is making you move around more, I don't know, but that's something you need to be very aware of, because it doesn't matter how hard you work out, if you're not eating enough to support muscle gain, you're going to be spinning your wheels. I've been there, where I work out really hard, but then if I'm not eating enough, then I kind of just keep maintaining, not building new muscle, not losing muscle, but just maintaining. Your strength stays the same, your body kind of stays the same, and 2 years goes by, 3 years, 5 years, and you kind of still look the same. So you kind of have to amp it up if you want big muscle gains. So if you're losing strength and feeling weak, you need to look yourself in the mirror, because sometimes, some days you feel like kind of weak and frail, like at least me, and I know when I feel like that, my body's telling me that I need to increase my protein and carb intake. So that may be something that happens to you too. So objective number 5, leisure time, tip number 5, is you got to relax. This is important because what I described earlier is like being in a machine, right? You're going hardcore. You're staying focused and disciplined in all the things and areas you want to do and achieve, but you still have to have time to relax, because as much as we want to be a robot, eventually you will reach burnout if you're not having it planned properly. So you have to have a fun activity or spend time with people that encourage you. It's going to help you mentally prepare yourself for the challenges ahead in your work week or whatever life throws at you. So you have to have something you can relax in and spend your fun time in. It doesn't matter if it's video games, reading a book, outdoor activities that aren't too stressful, just things that let you chill out. The other thing is you need to find things that inspire you. Read new growth mindset stuff or personal development books. I find those really helpful. And third thing is do things you enjoy that make you feel happy. So if that's playing your video game, or if that's running around the block, or talking to friends, or drawing, or painting, doesn't matter. As long as it's something that makes you feel happy and feel good and it helps you forward. You just got to ask yourself, how is this working out for me and how's it helping me go forward? So in closing summary, everything wrapped up, you got to know that you can do it. That's the main thing. If you want something bad enough, you'll find a way to make it work. Not immediately, but in the end you will get it. So all these things that I've talked about are things that are obtainable and you can get them. So when you start to lose focus and you want to give up, you have to ask yourself, what are you doing it all for? What is the purpose? What's the reason? Why do you want to gain muscle? Why do you want to gain weight or lose weight or get stronger, get more lean, whatever it is? What's the purpose behind it? What's the reason? Is it for your family? Is it for your friends? Is it for your self-pride? Is it for those you care about? Is it for what? Right? So when you know these reasons and you realize that accountability is on yourself, it's all up to you. You can skip all this and not do any of it, but then years will go by, you'll still be in the same space wondering. So once you get the reason, that's going to give you fuel to push you forward, to keep you going. At least for me, right? This whole video was subjective. This is just my personal opinion. If I was the person that was going to be going into working night shifts. So this is my PowerPoint presentation answering the Instagram question I had. So hopefully this helps you out, man. And anyone else that was curious, hopefully this helps you out too. And I guess it worked okay. I mean, it helped me stay on track doing this PowerPoint thing. So yeah, just a random PowerPoint presentation. I haven't done these in a long time. So all right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Peace out.